With the anime way, and I know I promised you guys for months and months and months and months and months that we were going to do a hentai month. We were at least going to talk about hentai, and for very understandable reasons, you know why it was set back. But I was wondering, how am I going to kick hentai month off? Well, what better than to kick it off with a guy who started the #1 English translated hentai website in the world, Mr. Jacob.
Hello, I am Jacob, and I made Fakku.net.
Yeah, and you are?
I'm Mike. I'm editor at Fakku.
And an admin.
Yeah.
One of my good admins. So.
Well, how'd you start Fakku? Or how'd you get into hentai first, and how'd you start Fakku, real quick?
Well, I got into hentai when I was like 13 or 14. Yeah, nice and clearly of age. And, I think I was playing Final Fantasy VII, and I just really wanted to see Tifa naked. So I Yahoo'd or Hotbotted or whatever it was at the time, like Tifa naked, boobs, pictures, and I came across like my first hentai, and like it just went from there. And so pretty much since then I've been looking at hentai. And I made Fakku one summer. I was looking for this doujin called Only Asuka, because I'm a big Asuka guy.
From Evangelion?
Yep. From
yeah!
Evangelion. Yes. And I was looking for this one doujin. I could not find it. And I went to so many bad hentai websites, and pop-ups and spyware.
Oh
You've been
gosh,
there, right?
yes! I've gotten viruses from
Yeah, that's the thing. So I was like, someone needs to make a website without pop-ups and shit and spyware and ads and forcing you to sign up or vote or all this stuff. So I just made Fakku in my basement.
In your parents' basement?
In my parents' basement at the time.
How long did you keep it a secret till your parents found out?
I kept it a secret for 3 years. I thought my parents would completely disown me. And so I kept it a secret for 3 years, and then like 6 months ago my mom found out. She called me up one day and she's like, Jacob, I'm on your website. And I'm like, I was just like, I panicked and I didn't say anything, and I was like, yeah, because I seriously thought my mom would disown me. And I just go, what website? Because I have a few different things I run. She's like, the explicit one.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I know how you feel, and I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, so I don't say anything for like 20 seconds, and then she goes, I don't agree with the content, but it's very well designed, and I'm really proud of you.
Is she, what was she in I don't want to say conservative, but...
yeah, no, she's like a super diehard Republican. I thought I was going to get like disowned. And then she finished the conversation with, I just made some banana bread, come over and get it. And I went over and had the best banana bread
Actually,
I've ever had.
you want to know something? They did a study on this. Did you know that the top 10 states that view the most porn, 8 out of 10 of them are red states?
Yeah, no, I actually read that, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Same thing with, like, horrible child rape. It's all, like...
Ugh.
There's nothing wrong with red states.
How'd you get into hentai?
I'm pretty much the same way. You know, after watching anime for a while, I finally got to the point where I was like, why can't I see them naked? Like, I want to see them naked. And, you know, eventually one thing led to another, and here I am today. You know, I don't have any stories. I think one thing I really got into, I was playing Guilty Gear for a while, so I decided, like, I kind of want to see the Guilty Gear characters naked. and that's when I found out Bridget was a boy.
Shocking.
Exactly.
Well, let me just do my life story real quick. In fact, I can't believe I'm going to say this in front of my YouTube audience because I've been told this is. I know what you mean. I can. This is what I meant. That this is. I find this so amazing. You guys are all the way from Massachusetts and whatnot.
Yeah, Idaho. We're in Idaho right now.
Yeah, and I've been the same way. Well, I think I got the record for Secret 7 years, maybe more.
Wow.
Well, I didn't even get into anime until 1999. I was old. I mean, I was 17 when I got into anime. Dragon Ball Z. My brother got me into that. Then followed by Sailor Moon. Then followed by Ranma 1/2. I think the first time I actually saw anime nudity was Ranma 1/2. So that was really cool. My parents were so friggin' strict. We weren't even allowed to watch R-rated movies. PG-13 was the limit. The only time we were ever allowed to watch R-rated movies was like Alien or Predator or anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger was okay. But
well, he's pretty awesome.
Actually, what's funny is if it was violence, my mom was okay with it. But if a boobie was shown, I won't let you watch it. Like my mother, we almost walked into the theater of Titanic. It's like, what's going on here? Go get some popcorn right now. And I'm like standing in the hallway.
Yeah, like pure.
Yeah.
Boobs.
So my mom was really super strict about nudity with movies and Hollywood and whatnot. She was never a fan of that. And I kind of found out later why. But the very first time I ever saw hentai was manga form. I didn't even think to look up movies until much later. And I think the very first hentai image was, of course, Sailor Moon. So I was into Sailor Moon. The anime, I was like, they were already turning naked. That was kind of a turn on. And I was like, wow, what's up with that? So I just do a Sailor Moon search on Google or whatever, and I think the very first image was a naked Sailor Venus. Yeah, but Mars later became my favorite. It's Venus with tuxedo mask. And then
Which one's the green one? That's my favorite.
What Green Day? Or?
Yeah, no, the green Sailor Moon girl.
Jupiter.
Jupiter. I like Jupiter.
Oh gosh, she's underrated. She's the most underrated scout.
She's pretty awesome. 2000,
I got some mangas. Well, since our internet had blocks, so we couldn't go to porn sites. But the porn blocker only was focusing on porn. It was not focusing on manga. Because I was going to type in manga or doujinshis, it didn't recognize that, so I got that easy. But I did not have good luck with my first hentai movies. My first hentai movies was like La Blue Girl, Cool Devices, not the ones you want to start off with.
No.
I didn't start seeing some hentai I liked until 02, 03. Now, I actually did get caught with hentai twice. The first time was in 01. I lost the internet for a year for that. Yeah, and that set me back big time. But that was just them looking up my history. I didn't even know. Oh, you can clear your history.
Yeah, right.
Then years later, I bought some doujinshi from Japan on eBay, and really liked Black Dog's work.
Yeah, Black Dog is awesome.
And I called the Japanese people back and said, "Could you translate this for me?" He says, "Well, our English is very bad. We'll just give you a rough estimate of what's going on." So then I translated the bubbles. So then I said, "I'm going to sell some of this on eBay." So I resold it. I get the manga, another manga. At this point, put a little page on it with little English bubbles, and I sold that from my parents' house for a while, and I got away with that for a couple of years until I remember the date, April 2nd, 2007, when my mom had the call and my dad had the call.
Wait, how old were you?
I was 20-something, 20.
Wow.
Well, I stayed with my parents for a long time. That was my fault. I went to college, flunked out, came back home.
Okay.
That's why. I went to college and came back. And since I knew my parents were very religious and whatnot, yeah, they were beyond pissed. And what was worse is they found the raunchy stuff, the tentacle stuff. And I don't even know how they found it. Cause I
always find that.
I went above. I put stuff in. I got safes. I got computer locks. I got passwords. But somebody ratted on me on the eBay thing, and to this day, I do not know who ratted me out. They're probably in this con.